Good evening. Welcome to Lancer Live. My name's Matt Ross, and I'll be bringing you this matchup between the St. Francis Lancers and the Monarchs of Archbishop Mitty in this WCAL powerhouse matchup of women's volleyball. Your home team, the Lancers, coming in tonight, 18-0 overall, 6-0 in league. Absolutely dominant start to the season here, facing yet another great team here in the WCAL, Monarchs. Just 4 losses on the season, coming in highly ranked, looking for a little bit of an upset. Again, St. Francis on an 18-game win streak. 6 of those so far, perfect starts in the WCAL. Ranked number 4th in the state, number 1 in CCS. Looking to build on the momentum set by last year. Absolute dominant season again from these women Lancers out there. So far in league play, Lancers yet to lose a single set in league play. Absolutely dominant so far. Their 1-set loss so far coming to San Clemente this last Saturday as part of a tournament down, and I believe Santa Barbara, they still won 3-1. But since Wednesday, August 31st, this St. Francis team has just been on a tear. Absolutely dominating opponent after opponent. The last time these two teams met, Saturday, September 3rd, sort of a neutral tournament site. St. Francis did beat the Monarchs in a 2-0 set. So the St. Francis team looks to remain unbeaten, and Monarchs looking to disrupt. Again, thanks for tuning in to Lancer Live. Be sure that you are subscribed for all your home varsity Lancer action. Our next broadcast, of course, this Friday, October 7th. We'll have a varsity matchup here for you Friday night in Mountain View. And both teams now take to the court. Mitty Monarchs to serve first. Back row attack from Aaron Curtis. It's easily defended by the Monarchs. Lancers from the outside. Monarchs from the 10-foot line finds a gap. Monarchs serve first, strike first. Looked like they found a gap between the two juniors, Whitney Wallace and Aaron Curtis. Wallace, now an outside attack by the junior Taylor Williams. Finds a little gap to the outside, puts that one home. Sasha Tuma will step back to serve for the Lancers. And a little dink attack there from the Monarchs finds the ground. Monarchs now to serve. Floats this one over. Curtis on the receive. Set just up the middle. It's a quick pack back down by the Monarchs. Lancers back on the attack. That is successful. Taylor Williams takes a great angle. And the senior back to serve for the Lancers. Floats this over, no problem. Outside attack by the Monarchs. Quickly picked up. Lancers on the attack. That is deflected. Lancers put up 2 defenders there. Look like Sammy Franco, Faith Crouch. Monarchs find their way through. Monarchs Lancers swapping point for point at this moment. Up at the net for the Lancers. Back row attack from Aaron Curtis. Finds a great angle. Aaron Curtis, just a junior. Made a huge impact on the team last year as a sophomore. And already making her presence known. Monarchs ease this one over. Lancers on the outside to Curtis. Great angle, just a hair outside, but my goodness. Aaron Curtis tries to go opposite direction and just a hair wide. That was close. Quick set at the net for the Lancers. That's put back down by Faith Crouch. But Monarchs are able to defend that. Brilliant play there. And Sammy Franco finishes business. Junior Whitney Wallace steps back. 4-4 in this opening set. Monarchs to receive. Lancers do a good job putting that back up in space. Curtis for the full windup. Monarchs doing her a favor. That might have gone out. Set right up close to the net. Little miscommunication there, a little misplacement. And that awards a point to the Monarchs, 5-4. Nice serve, Aaron Curtis with a great receive. Behind the 10-foot line. That's Taylor Williams. So far, both teams just swapping 1 for 1. Curtis with a big swing right up on the net, puts that back down. Monarchs. They find a hole through that defense. Set outside to Curtis. She's going to have to track that into the crowd. And Curtis puts it away. Aaron Curtis back to serve. From the outside, that's into the net. And finally, the Lancers are able to string together some back-to-back points. Great block by the Lancers up front in the middle. Curtis attempting to dig. She's not able to get that one back up. All tied up, 7 apiece. Big swing from the outside. It stays on the Lancer side. Just going to have to bump that over. Monarchs on the attack. Quick up the middle. Great dig. Curtis from the back. Able to keep that over. Monarchs keep it in play. Fighting. They did touch the net. Oh, no, it was a lift. Point to St. Francis. And let's see if the Lancers can string together a few here. Sasha Tuma sails over the net there. Right back into the net. Lancers, Monarchs dig it over. Lancers from the back row. It's Curtis. And that ball goes sailing away. The first 2-point lead of the night by any team. 9-7. Lancers in favor. Tuma again. Monarchs forced to bump it over, giving the Lancers time to set up. Quick attack up the middle. That's deflected. Monarchs now on the return. Curtis, great dig from the back row. And a brilliant attack on the outside by Taylor Williams. Finds herself another kill there. It's 10-7. Timeout taken by the Monarchs. They opened up strong, swapping point for point with the Lancers, leading for much of the way. And taking a quick timeout to talk a couple things over. The hand. Lancers up 10-7. Sasha Tuma to continue to serve. Big attack from the outside. Lancers had to lean. Trying to get that block. Bad angle there, and that goes out of bounds. And a great drawn up little attack there by the Monarchs to win back a point. Curtis with a low dig on that serve. Williams on that outside attack. Monarchs now dig. Curtis's receive goes off the ceiling. So Monarchs had put a lot behind that, and now they're creeping it back up 10-9. Outside attack to Williams. Off the deflection, onto the floor. Big swing there by Taylor Williams. Hannah Heff back to serve. Floats this one over into the corner, causing a little bit of a collision on the Monarch side. Big old block there by the Lancers. Curtis with the dig. Set over to Williams. That's deflected. Monarchs now on the attack. Outside. Finds a great angle. Takes it. Curtis doing everything she can. Just unfortunately not able to reach over. And wow, what a play that was. I think Havana Heft there just pushed it over and just finds enough space back there. Monarchs might have done her a favor. It could have been maybe heading out of bounds, but we'll never know. 12-10. Big old block up there. Lancers punch it over. Fantastic dig by Williams. Monarchs back on the attack from the outside. Lancers keeping this rally alive. Middle attack sort of misfired there. Curtis pushes it back down. Monarchs, sort of a lazy hit. Lancers now from the outside. Off the block and out of bounds. Let's take another look at that. Down, Monarchs, sort of a lazy hit. Lancers now from the outside. Off the block and that is just some fantastic volleyball. The set from the outside of the Monarchs. Deflected off the Curtis. And crouch connection. Lancers now. Largest lead of the night. 14-10. Set to the outside. That is a beautiful kill. Big swing on the outside for the Monarchs. Curtis, big swing. Defended by the Monarchs. And the Monarchs are able to slice and dice through the defense to bring up that deficit, 14-12. Curtis, great dig, back over from the back line. Did that find the line? It did. Off the deflection and on to the line there. Just a hair inside. 14-13, Monarchs chipping away. They're coming back. Curtis, Williams, back over to Curtis from the outside. Big swing. Monarchs keeping it up. And they return with an even bigger swing, and they've tied this up 14 apiece. Timeout's going to be taken by the Lancers. Lancers started to gain a little bit of momentum. And the Monarchs started chipping away, and they are right back into this. And we're back into the action. Monarchs now with a 1-point lead. Off that serve, an errant return by the Lancers cost them a point. Curtis from the outside. What an angle. A fantastic attack on the outside by the junior Aaron Curtis. Sort of misled the defense. Thought that she was going to swing more towards her right. Ends up coming across to her left, right down the line. Quick dump by the Monarchs. Lancers were all over it. Curtis finds the floor. Oh, my goodness. Aaron Curtis, 2 kills in a row. The defense put up by the Lancers there. Ball did land on their side. Monarchs tied up 16 apiece. Monarchs with the serve. Received by Curtis. Set back. And put back down by Sasha Tuma. Great attack there. Sammy Franco steps back. Chasing into the stands, it's the Monarchs are going to have to bump this over just off the top of the tape. Quick set outside. Curtis finds that back line. Sammy Franco continuing. Quick punch over. Curtis up at the net. Chalk another one up to Curtis. 19-16 as the Monarchs take another timeout. And the student section coming back from that timeout with the Let's Go Lancers cheer, as they are currently up 19-16. And that was another point. Looking at 20 now for the Lancers after Sammy Franco puts it home on that serve. We'll see if the Lancers can close out this first set. Oh. Into the net that goes. Curtis with another big swing on that outside. That one's finally brought back up by the Monarchs. They're going to have to just dump. Set back to Curtis. Same attack angle, this time dug by the Monarchs again. Off the top of the tape. Lancers on the attack from the middle. Williams just had to tap it over. Unable to dig. Monarchs clawing their way back. 20-18. Curtis set back right to her. into the Monarch defense. She's able to chicken wing that one back up and puts it back home. That's how you do it. Let's take another look. Quick dump by the Monarchs. Lancers were all over it. Curtis finds the floor. Great attack there by Curtis. Lancers again. Curtis again, back to serve. 22-18. Swing and a miss there for the Monarchs. A little miscommunication on the set. Looked like she was looking for a quick attack. Set was a little bit longer than what she wanted. Set to the outside. Martin unable to pull that one back up for the Lancers. Curtis was just a few serves away from putting this first set home. 23-19. Quick set up the middle. Back onto the Lancers side. They're going to set outside to Williams. Her cross-court attack received. That's dug back up, sent back over to the Lancers side. Monarchs on offense. Just a quick tap. Looking for all the time in the world to set up for Williams. Just duffs this over. Monarchs, big swing. Couldn't get enough on it. Jamison Martin unable for a good receive. Monarchs clawing their way back. 23-20. Lancers still in favor. Off the top of the tape, into the net. Put back over by Williams. What a great save that was. Martin out now to Williams. Swing. It's put back up into play. Monarchs off the tip. Lancers again. Williams on the outside. That's Doug. Monarchs just a tip over. Curtis now. Williams again on that outside attack. Nobody there. It looked like every Lancer on the court touched the ball at some point that time. And Sasha Tuma looking at a set point. Great ball placement there. Set back over to the side. Lancers can't get that one back up. 24-21. Whitney Wallace checking back in. And here come the Lancers. Quick set up the middle. That's deflected by the Monarchs, who now look to put it back on the outside. Great dig by the Lancers there. Wallace with a quick bump to Williams. She's roofed, but puts it back up with a chicken wing. Curtis from the back line. She finds the back corner. Aaron Curtis, responsible for at least 10 of the points that Lancers scored in this set. It's only fitting she puts it home at the end. Lancers take that first set, 25-21. As the Monarchs were looking to be the first WCAL team this year to win a set against this powerhouse Lancers team. And welcome back now to this second set. Lancers taking the first 25-21. Monarchs with an attack on the outside. Put up. Lancers able to receive. Another attack from the outside. Brilliant dig by Martin. Monarchs just going to tip this one over, giving the Lancers time to set up. Curtis with a little slinger. And they are unable this time, just like the first set. Monarchs take the opening point. All right, sorry for the technical issue there. Loose wire on a camera. 3-1 the score. Lancers from the outside, it's Williams. Monarchs now. Lancers with a quick tip. Monarchs looking to rebuttal. Outside swing, that's deflected. Lancers setting up. Williams on the outside. Tip tap, find the ground. Yeah. Monarchs with a little bit of a lift there. Lancers tied it up 3-3. Quick serve over the net. Monarchs from the back row just going to have to push this over. Quick set up the middle, and a huge slam by Faith Crouch. And all the other teams at St. Francis have got out of practice. And the players have now packed the gym for this WCAL rivalry match. You can see the football players there standing up on the balcony. Big swing by Aaron Curtis. Excuse me there. Even the PA official thought that had been a point to the Lancers. Curtis on the outside just with a quick push. Monarchs. Sort of a missed swing But maybe that was it to their favor. So that ball took sort of an awkward angle off the swing and then was tipped, giving the Monarchs a point there. Lancers let this one fly, and it just gets out of bounds. Monarchs outside. And a great angle taken there by the Monarchs. Seven. And here comes Aaron Curtis. Top of the net, miss serve. And that's a quick side out. Lancer from the outside. Williams getting a gift there from the Monarchs. All tied up 8 apiece. And in the first set, felt very similar to this. A lot of back and forth. Little tiny 1-point leads by both teams. And then the Lancers, late in the set, were able to run away with it. Lancers taking a 9-8 lead now. That serve from Tuma goes wide. Quick side out there. That serve just gets it over the net. 10-9. Quick attack up the middle, bigger block by the Monarchs, evens it up 10 apiece. Big swing. And a huge kill there for Sammy Franco. And that's served by Williams. Lands in the net. Curtis just has to bump this over. Monarchs tap it over themselves. Quick set over to Curtis. Big swing there on the outside line. Received by the Monarchs. Big block by the Lancers. Another great dig there. Franco's swing went into a wall of Monarchs. She chicken wings it up. This ball goes over the official. Havana Heft unable to control the receive. Point for the Monarchs, 12-11. Great block by the Lancers. This one just finds its way over the net. Monarchs on the receive. They just put it straight back down. Monarchs now, 13-11. Curtis, huge swing. Backline attack. Lancers put this one down. Twelve to 13. This is going to go way out of bounds. Too much spin. 14-12. Curtis receives. Set right back up the middle. Huge swing by Sasha Tuma. Brings that deficit just to 1. Franco. Off the top of the tape. 15-13. A lot of the points, a lot of the side outs, just due to simple errors made by the Lancers in this set. One of the officials seems to be working through a substitution error over with the Monarchs. All seems well and good now. 15-13, Monarchs. It's going to be Curtis. She's asking for it. Quick set back, though. Lancers just dumped this over. Monarchs. Quick little attack outside. Now to Curtis. Big swing. That's going to be housed. Monarchs now. from the outside. That's tipped back up. Curtis just deflects. She receives it back. They're going to call a net touch. Curtis says there's no way. The official on the scorer's side does call it. It would be interesting, as there was an official monitoring the net right in front of Curtis, and he was not the one to call it. But the official on the opposite side of the court does call, and he's kind of saying, what can I do? It's not going to be reversed. Again, the Lancers playing some very good volleyball in that first set. The second set, just making a few errors of their own. Monarchs tip this over. It's going to be received well. Williams from that 10-foot line. Monarchs just receiving everything. That's going to be tipped off, it looks like. Nope. It really did look like it was tipped off. Ball had all sorts of side spin on it, but no official calls a touch. So it'll be a side out to the Lancers. Curtis's serve good. That's going to be deflected off the Lancers, then takes a ride on the net, out of bounds. And again, Lancers doing things right, but just these little user errors. 17-14. Monarchs with their largest lead of the night by 3. Quick set back, and that just goes sailing out of bounds by Sasha Tuma. Just really no focus on that hit. Really looks like the Monarchs could pull away here. Monarchs up 18-14. Williams skates this one over. Monarchs have done a really good job all set of defending against the attack. Wow, what a swing by Williams. Oh, my goodness. Huge swing by Williams, not only to get the much-needed side out, but maybe a little bit of energy back in her team. Service floated over. Monarchs going to have to just battle this out at the net. They're going to call no touch there. That ball did not travel to the Lancers side. Lancers now 2 in a row. Sasha Tuma is going to have to wait as the Monarchs take a quick timeout. 18-16. That was a really big swing by the Monarchs. Sort of a bad angle taken on the defensive side. Monarchs now just 6 points away. Williams, big swing on the outside. Great dig by the Monarchs there. Curtis, great dig from the back row. Williams again. That's going to be tipped up, giving the Monarchs some time. Back set, quick attack on the outside. Curtis again. Williams once more. Tipped, almost finds the line. Great dig. Williams one more time. She finds the floor this time. Quick substitution. Sammy Franco's checking back in. Havana Heft floats his serve over. Monarchs chasing. Curtis set out to Williams. Tipped up and down. St. Francis been chipping away, clawing their way back. It's 19-18. And Heft. Great dig, but just unsuccessful. Whitney Wallace was in position. Just a couple inches off. Just able to get hands on it. As the Monarchs put themselves in that 20 column. Curtis from that 10-foot line. Oh, my goodness. Deflected almost up into the mezzanine. 19-20. It'll be Taylor Williams. Floats this over. Quick set. Back attack. Deflected. Monarchs yet again. Double team block to tie it up. Sammy Franco. Faith Crouch coming up big. It's all tied up, 20 apiece. Taylor Williams just floats this over. Outside. Off the net. Whitney Wallace with a great dig. Set outside to Curtis. She finds a way. Lancers lead Lau late in the set. Monarchs to take a quick timeout. (21-20). Williams floats this over. Set outside. Big block by the Lancers. It travels out of bounds. Great call by Whitney Wallace. Let that one go. Lancers take a 2-point lead at 22-20. Taylor Williams again continuing. Doesn't find its way over. You hate to see that. Unfortunate side out there. Monarchs not going away yet. Curtis, that's just dumped. Curtis could have quick hand. What a great rally there by the Lancers to stay alive. Williams set over to Curtis. Swing, that's tipped. Put back into play. Big block by the Lancers. It's going to be Williams. Back set. Franco. That's up into the rafters. And into the crowd. 23-21. Student section is absolutely loving this. Wallace will step back for the Lancers. Huge swing there for the Monarchs. Just a fantastic angle taken, slicing and dicing through the defense by the Lancers. 23-22, Monarchs. Set outside to Curtis. Finds the floor. 24-22. Set point to Franco. The senior will step back to serve. Great ball placement by Franco. Monarchs, fantastic attack. 24-23. There's a big serve coming up for Mitty. Monarchs. Something on the floor. And here we go, another big serve here. Big serve for the Monarchs. And it's over, received by Curtis. And there you have it. Sasha Tuma swings her way through the defense. Lancers battle back from a 4-point deficit. And they take the second set, 25-23. One more remaining. And the Lancers will walk away with another set sweep of yet another opponent. The Monarchs there getting dangerously close. They got to take over. I mean, don't. Yeah. So they got to take over. And there's the buzzer. Entering our third and potentially final set. Lancers have taken the first two, 25-21, 25-23. That last set off of a late push and rally by the Lancers. Really, the Monarchs were playing the better volleyball for much of that second set. And here it comes from the Mitty Monarchs. Does that find the corner? It does. Great block by the Lancers. That one is tipped and does find its way to the floor, even it up at one apiece. And here come the Monarchs, one-on-one. Curtis bumps this one a little too far. It's going to be to the Monarchs now. They're on the attack. Great deflection by Williams. Cross court, and Whitney Wallace can't get there. Curtis. Williams off the deflection. Monarchs looking to receive. Oh my gosh. A little trickery at the net. Monarchs jump up quickly, 3-1. Williams. And that's going to be dumped back over by Williams. 2-3. Outside. Great block by Williams. Deflected and out of bounds. 4-2 on that side out. Williams puts that home. It's 3-4. Lancers with the serve. Just makes its way over the net there. Little deflection at the net. Lancers now all the time. Swing by Franco. It's hammered back home by the Monarchs. It's a 5-3 now. Curtis, cross court, just a hair outside. She's been taking big angles like that all evening, and that is a rare miss. Curtis, now the Monarchs. Picked up by Williams, set outside, now to Curtis. Off the deflection of the Monarchs. Lancers still dancing. Williams, 10-foot line, dunks this over. Quick push over by the setter. Curtis at the net, a little finger roll. Read the defense well. And it's Whitney Wallace. Back for the Lancers, just over the net. Monarchs outside, through the defense, and down in front of Williams goes that one. Seven to 4. Curtis, now Williams on the attack. Big swing to the back row. That's dug by Wallace. Great dig. Even better block by Sasha Tuma. Seven to 5. Monarchs on top. Franco to serve. Monarchs quick attack up the middle. One arm deflection by Franco. Curtis slings this to the back row. Monarchs going to have to settle to bump this over. It's just in line. So the Lancers return. Curtis with just a little bump over. Set was too close to the net. Lancers again. Williams from the back line. That's going to soar out of bounds. Great rally by the Lancers. And they chip away. Now just down by 1. Franco. Quick setup in the net. And that is a fantastic angle taken by the Monarchs. They got up and they got down. Curtis on the receive. That's going to be a bump set back over to her. Curtis puts it home. Monarchs on the attack. Great dig by Wallace. Chasing is Martin, who's able to bump this over. Monarchs settle for just a little dish. Monarchs again now on the attack. Off the block, out of bounds. Great read by the Monarchs. 9-6. In every set, Monarchs have taken some little improvements here and there, and it's taken the Lancers about midway through the set to sort of regain their strong position. Curtis dunks this one over and out of bounds. Just a little bit too much mustard. Timeout taken. Lancers fall to an early 10-6 deficit. Coach over here on the sideline Sort of walking Curtis through her swing motion. Curtis, a couple rare misses so far in this set. She's been brilliant all evening. And a couple options here for her. She's opportunities. She's gone a little bit long or a little bit wide. Whitney Wallace in this last set. A couple great digs. But the Monarchs in each set have come up with an answer for the Lancer offense. Up 10-6. Here come the Monarchs. Out of bounds. That's an easy one. Aaron Curtis will step back to serve. Let's see if she can build off a little rally for the Lancers. 7-10. Unable. That hits that top tape of the net. Williams just taps this over. Monarchs scrambling. They're able to set up an attack from that back line. Williams again, big swing here. That's going to be deflected by the Monarchs. They're on the attack from the outside. Great dig by Wallace. It does hit the out-of-bounds line. And really the adjustment so far for the Monarchs is they've been able to receive and dig every attack so far by the Lancers. Lancers just sort of unable to find the correct angle to put up a great block. Monarchs now up by 5, their largest lead in any set of the evening. Quick set up the middle. There you go. Sasha Tuma with a quick strike. And she's the one to go back to serve. 8-12. Big soaring serve into that awkward middle ground where you don't know how to receive it. And that falls to the ground. 9-12 now. Tuma again continuing. Great receive by Aaron Curtis outside to Williams. That's going to be tipped in, out. And just like that, they were down 5, now down just 2. Big floating serve by Tuma. Outside attack. And again, the Lancers on these outside blocks can't figure out the correct angle in this set. I think that is the second or third time so far in this third set that ball is bounced back out of bounds after the Lancers go up for that block. Williams on that outside attack. Great line taken. Quick side out. Heft. Back to serve. Skates this one over. Williams with a quick dump. (12-13). Monarchs. There we go. All tied up. Faith Crouch. Tremendous block. Great dig by Curtis. Crouch up at the net. Williams unable to get the correct little angle on that elbow shot. But the Lancers find a way to cut out that deficit. Now just trail by 1 after tying it up. Wallace, back set. Williams, that's going to be up into the rafters, back down. Curtis just an inch shy. From that 10-foot line, Curtis into a wall of Monarch defenders. Crouch can't get it back up. 16-13. Monarchs chipping away. Fantastic attack by Crouch. Williams now steps back for the Lancers. 16-14. Monarchs on that outside attack. It was tipped. What a rocket from the outside by the Monarchs. (17-14). Lancers thought it was going out of bounds. It did not. 18-14. Monarchs, when it matters most, picking up some momentum. Williams set right back to her. Big swing. Wallace settles it. Curtis is going to have to just bump it over. Big swing up the middle from the Monarchs is housed. Absolute huge block. Let's see that again. Curtis is going to have to just bump it over. Big swing up the middle from the Monarchs is housed. Fantastic block there by the Lancers. 18-15. They're down by 3. Wallace to serve. That's tipped off the block by the Lancers. Set over to Curtis. Big swing. That's going to be up off the roof. Monarchs are able to keep it in play. Set again to Curtis. She finds a fantastic angle. Had to lean way back for that. Set went a little over her head. Quick timeout taken by the Monarchs as the Lancers were starting to gain some steam. Huge block by the Lancers. to open it right back up after that Monarch timeout. Even some of the Monarchs are smiling. 18-17. Monarchs, outside attack. Lancers. Lancers haven't had the strongest double team block this evening. Monarchs have been trying to capitalize off it. That sails out of bounds, giving the Lancers a free point there. And here we go, Franco stepping up. Great deflection, and Wallace with a great dig when it matters. Curtis, huge swing to tie it up. Great play at the net by Curtis to take a late lead, 2019. Lancers lead for the first time in a while. Great block by the Lancers. Monarchs get another shot. Play at the net by Heft. Lancers 21-19. Timeout taken by the Monarchs. Just 4 points away. Unfortunate there. (21-20). Lancers just sort of slopping, a little sloppy play there. Coach is going to take a timeout. And after all that momentum building, just 2 easy points sent over to the Monarchs. It's all tied up, 21 apiece. Join us again Friday for some Lancer football. Some Lancer football as the Lancers take on Sacred Heart Cathedral after a win against SI last week. It's all tied up 21 apiece. Monarchs to serve. Floating over to Williams. Set over to Curtis. Great angle, but great dig by the Monarchs. That's going to be pushed over. Play at the net. Lancers dig it out. Back set to Curtis. Has to reach back for this one. It's tipped and tapped out of bounds. Great restraint by Curtis. She held back. She waited on it. Had to swing up and over her head. But when her team needed it most, she got it done. 22-21. Curtis sails this over. Up at the net. It's going to be a great dig, but there was no chance for that one. 22-22. Monarchs get a nice side out there. Good call by the Lancers. That was a tough one to make. And we've been here before. 23-22. Sasha Tuma stepping back. Nice float. Out of bounds. No touch. Sasha Tuma once again facing a set point. This time it will be match point. 24-22. Powerful serve. Up at the net. Tipped. And that is just sort of a lucky play there by the Monarchs. Mistiming on the hit. Misfire by the defender. Unable to dig it out of the net. 24-23. Match point to the Lancers. Just like the second set, huge serve here for the Monarchs. It's going to be to Curtis, to Williams. Big swing, great dig by the Monarchs. Now here they come on the attack. Deflected up, it's Wallace. Set to Curtis from the 10-foot line, into the tape, and onto the ground. Lancers win it in style, 25-23. And they sneak this one away. Fantastic volleyball by the Lancers. They remain undefeated in league play. Congratulations to the Lancers on this great win against their league rival. Thanks for tuning in to Lancer Live. Again, I'm Matt Ross. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed for all your Lancer sports. We'll see you again Friday.